told her what she wanted to hear. She'd be coming with us. I know what happened to Rachel goes beyond day 39, but that's when it all started. It was 7 hours before day 39 officially began. Rachel and I were in our office, the only one with 2 desks. They put us there because of our shitty sales record. Jobs in Brightside were based on the ones we held in our former lives. I used to sell BMWs. Here, I sold timeshares. At BMW, I never missed a quota. I never blew a sale. But I always was within 6 feet of the customer, the range I needed to hear someone's thoughts. On the phone, I was next to worthless. Clock on the wall showed the same time as my computer. All the clocks in Brightside were perfectly in sync. No reason to be late. No reason to think this wasn't all perfectly normal. They even hid the security cameras to help us relax. They put them inside the light fixtures, behind the bushes in the square, where we had a bakery, a bar, and even an electronics store, all built for us to make us believe this was just a regular town, a place just like any other. No reason to ever escape. Rachel got hung up on before she could finish telling the guy how close the condo was to the beach. We had 5 minutes left of work, enough time for her to make another call, but she opened the bottom desk drawer and pulled out a bottle of lotion. She squirted it onto her palm and rubbed her legs that were spilling out from under the desk. Rachel and I had been dating for close to 3 weeks. Long enough for Rachel to decide that I was the one. Long enough for me to give her a key to my place, to convince myself I loved her back. Everything gets accelerated in Brightside, because you can't lie. Everything's exposed. Normal couples take 6 months to admit how they feel. Brightsiders do it on the first date. Rachel rolled back in her chair and looked at me like I'd just said something. It made me feel sorry for all the people I'd done this to over the years, taking whatever I'd pleased. She got up with a smile and walked over to my desk. Her red skirt stopped mid-thigh and was tight enough to be painted on. She didn't need to listen to my thoughts to know I liked it. The last couple of days, Rachel only saw me at work, and she knew I was ready to break up with her. It's not that things were bad, they were just too intense. Rachel was the first thought thief I'd ever been with. I had no idea how exhausting it could be. You can't just say you're tired or nothing's wrong. Rachel knew everything, even though I never said a word. That's why she sat on the corner of my desk, crossed her legs so I couldn't focus on my computer screen. She'd put her dark hair in a ponytail, so it looked less Jewish. I'd only thought that once, but she'd never let it go. Rachel smiled and took off the glasses she didn't need, the ones that looked exactly like Mom's. She took the part of the frame that rested behind her ear and put it in her mouth. She sucked on it a bit and spoke around it. "You got any plans tonight?" I noticed Rachel had gotten contacts. Her eyes so fucking blue. Just like Michelle's, my last girlfriend before Brightside. Rachel turned her legs toward me. They were shiny and smooth and smelled like pina colada. "I just shaved," she said. We both knew I wanted to feel the inside of her thigh. Run my hand up to see if she was telling the truth. But I just mumbled that they looked nice and powered off my computer. Rachel rubbed her calf against my knee until I looked up at her. "I need to see you tonight," she said. I adjusted my khakis, pointlessly trying to conceal the fact that her plan was working. "We can go out," she said. "Something nice? I'm thinking Oscars." Oscars meant a lot of money, something I wasn't making at Brightside. Always staying one step ahead of me, Rachel said dinner was on her. She wanted me to know things could be different. She was willing to change. It didn't have to be so intense. "Come on, it'll be fun," she said, "and I don't even need to stay over tonight, unless you want me to." Rachel took hold of my collar.